Hello everybody, this is Monomoto here once again with more vanilla Minecraft survival. Finally, man, I'm actually getting on a consistent recording schedule. I know. What did we do in the last episode? I think, yes, we examined the April Fool's snapshot, we made an ice generator, and we finished up the room that combines some stuff. But anyway, this episode, we are going to do something a little bit different. As I've said in the last episode, we are going to sort of do something kind of silly that I've never really done in this world before. This just looks dumb. I'm just gonna fix that real quick. That I've never really done in this world before, and that is we're going to build, did you guess the mob right? Did you guess it? Well, here it is. Are you ready for the epic reveal? We're gonna build a giant floating pig in the sky, and I'm going to explain why I hate pigs so much as we're doing that, because I know everybody cares, right? Like, I know. And of course I'm recording this right after the last episode, so I need to put this stuff away, which for some reason I was too lazy to do. We also need to pop over at my Ironman farm, probably get some stuff done there. It looks pretty ugly, we don't really have the ender pearls, but first what we need to do is go over to Spider Farm, because of the fact that we actually need pink wool, because there's not any sort of shade of hardened clay that actually looks anything like pig skin. Which is sad, because hardened clay is way easier to get. So I'm gonna have to wait here for a while and get a few stacks of wool, because I'm doing this the bootleg way, because I don't have a sheep farm yet, but no matter. I have this and a few stacks of string, and these guys see me. I probably shouldn't be out here, because it's gonna bug the whole system, so I'm just gonna stand down here for 4 hours. Oh, I remember when we had a spider eye famine. That was a long time ago. Hello. Okay, I feel like 3 stacks of wool should probably be enough, but I'm not exactly sure about that. We'll just have to see. Now, the incredibly worst, that doesn't really make much sense, but the worst thing about wool compared to the other things is that I believe it still requires a 1-to-1 ratio for how many materials it requires to make the dyes, which is really bad compared to, like, if they're gonna make the hardened clay overpowered, they need to make the wool overpowered too, man. Or else no one's gonna use the wool, even though I'm using it right now. I really need to make an automatic version of this. I mean, this is automatic already, but I mean a better version of it. Because I don't feel like doing this every time I need freaking dye. What? Oh, yeah, ignore that, that's nothing. Alright, so the actual pig texture itself, the bottom and top of its body are 10 by 16, which I'm gonna require a lot more purple wool than this, or pink wool than this, is what I just realized, but as long as we do some long, hard waiting, then we should have enough. Or, I mean, we basically have infinite wool at this point, but, you know, I don't like waiting, it's boring, so anyway, I'm going to do a 20 by 30, actually, let's just see. So far, yeah, we're gonna have to increase the ratio by some sort of number here, because this isn't big enough. 3, 4, 5, 6, and obviously the long way is gonna be over there. So let's just see how long this is gonna be if we actually 30, 31, 32. Now, my question is, does this even look like what the bottom of a pig looks like? Because if this doesn't look accurate, I'm obviously not going to keep building it this way. That looks about right, except this is going to be a freaking huge pig, man. I'm going to need to... Alright, wait a minute. This is way bigger than I thought it was going to be. Alright, so, in lieu of that being a way too freaking big pig, big pig, ha 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 ha, we are going to instead not even stick to any sort of ratio for this, because that makes this thing way too freaking huge, and I would need an entire inventory pink wool to do that properly. We're going to instead build the base like this. Actually, wait, I have a way better idea. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Instead, I know exactly what we're going to do now. I know exactly what we're going to do. Alright, I got this. Alright, so this is the base I've got. It's 16 by 16, which is just barely cutting it on being able to enclose this whole entire thing, which I didn't realize before, but I mean, literally, it's barely cutting it on every single aspect of this. On this side, it's barely cutting it. On this side, it's barely cutting it. Like, literally, I did not even make this in 15 by 15 dimensions, but it just turned out that way. So, what we're making here is a pig head. You can probably guess that by the dimensions, and also that it's, you know, pink wool. But we're gonna need 24 stacks of wool, which is, of course, 8 times the amount that I originally thought we were going to. So it is gonna take some waiting. It's gonna take some very long, endeavorous waiting. But hey, I haven't got a problem with that. I've got homework to do, so I may as well just sit at my spider spawner while I do that. And the way that we're gonna be getting up here, this is kind of weird, but you know this thing? Well, I'm gonna move it directly to the middle, and I'm going to put the pig head on a stake, just because I hate them so much. So, I'll actually tell you the reason why I hate them so much after. Whoa! Alright, so, I was waiting for about an hour, I got to level 50, and we only got 5 stacks of wool. That's kind of pathetic, but hey, it's what I expected, so this is probably going to take a lot longer than I thought it was going to, considering I'm probably going to have to do that about 3 more times, at least, to finish this. So what I'm thinking is I'm just going to do the 3 sides that you can actually really see, because you're going to be coming at it from, or at least for now, I'll finish it eventually, but for now, because you're only going to be looking at this face, and this face, and obviously the top one, which is just going to be this and some pink wool around it. That's all I'm going to be doing for now. And of course, I'm going to only have enough wool this round for probably the front face, and then, yeah, I'll have enough for the front face, and then like 2 blocks of the side face, and that's gonna be it. But the front face, obviously, since it is the pig face, is obviously, I said obviously twice, whatever, it's pretty much the most important part of this entire thing, because it's the pig head, and everybody loves pig heads, so hey, you don't do that. You don't do that. Yeah, you run away. Okay, so what does this look like? That looks kind of stupid. I am gonna have to make it 16 on each side. Oh, gosh. Ah, are we gonna make it? I think we might be making it. I think, maybe, I hope. Oh my gosh. Okay, so for now, this actually looks like a cube from afar, like a full box of pink wool. And it will once we get the top done, because we're not actually ever going to be able to see the back of it unless we come at a really arbitrary angle towards this thing. Yeah, looks like an actual cube thingy now. So we can get started on the face, which is just awesome. Actually, I think I made it a bit too tall, which means I have extra, because I built up 16 after the base was already made, which means it's 17 tall because I'm stupid. So I'll actually be able to make a bit of the top, and what I'm planning to do, originally I wasn't planning for this to be 16 blocks tall, so the ice was supposed to sort of come out of the top of it. But I think what we're going to have now is like have the brain cavity be where the ice is. This is really weird, but I'm just going to keep doing it because I like really weird things. Yeah, this is going to be the brain cavity. So I believe, let me just check here if this is actually 16. Alright, so now, unless we take a peek out of the side here, which we probably won't, all I have to do is finish the pink wool a bit, add some around here, maybe scatter some inside here as pieces of remaining flesh from when this pig was brutally killed for some reason. So now all I'll have to do is get red clay, which is way easier than waiting like 40 million hours for all of this pink wool, which literally when I said 4 hours, I wasn't kidding. I was waiting for like 3.5 hours for that, so you should be thankful for this, right? You should be thankful. You know, maybe if I would have started this lower, I wouldn't have this problem with the ice being too short, but I'm definitely not redoing that whole part. I think the brain cavity idea is a lot better anyway, because I don't want to climb up to the top of the pig's head and like go in it. I want to just end up inside of it, of the brain cavity. So for the brain cavity, actually, like the brain part, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to use pink wool, which is like dumb because I made the whole thing with pink wool, and also I obviously don't want to use pink wool again. So I'll come up with some block for that. Hopefully I'll be able to find one. I think I'll just use like white stained hardened clay because that looks a bit like brain. Oh man! Oh, granite! Yes, granite's actually useful. Since when is this a thing? Alright, so I'm not exactly sure how this is going to go because it's gonna be kind of hard to work with. Because all that really matters is that we get this area done. The rest of this doesn't really matter considering that, first of all, we're not even going to be able to see it anyway from where we're standing right now. And second of all, because it would just be dumb to do that because I don't even need to do it. So, alright, let's just go ahead. I'm gonna use these pistons to parkour up here. What I'm gonna go ahead and do straight away is outline this whole thing in pink stained clay, and then as it gets deeper into the head, I'm going to do the red stained clay that I have, and then of course when it gets to the brain, I'm going to do the granite. I love how I'm making this whole monument just to hate on one mob in the game. Okay, so this is what I've got so far. It's obviously not smoothed out or anything yet. The clay is still... I mean, it is smoothed out and everything because I like to build all my stuff rectangular first and then go in with the, you know, non-symmetrical stuff, like making it all messy and look natural and stuff, because I just find that to be the easier way. Our ice cube is actually coming along really fast compared to what I thought it would be going along as. Now, the interesting thing about this is, honestly, I'm not exactly sure if this is going to be a problem or not, but because of the ice here, there are going to be probably mob spawns in this room every time I come in here. There's not really a way to fix that unless I put half slabs all over this, which I'm obviously not going to do because that would ruin the effect of being inside of a head. So I'm just going to have to see how that works out and hope that I don't really have to change anything. Otherwise, this would become a water farm, and I don't really need that. Oh man, I'm actually really surprised. I thought this was going to take a lot longer than it is already taking. All we really need to do now is... Actually, I might open this up to the sunlight a bit, have like a hole in his head, because obviously the ice is going to have to come out of it, and I don't want mob spawns in here all the freaking time, so I'm just going to have to keep it like that. And yeah, I just need some more hardened clay and a bit more pink wool, and then this should be pretty much finished, surprisingly. Apparently this happened. Didn't notice that. Feel like that's a pretty fitting statistic for that mob. Alright, tell you what I'm gonna do. This water was only here for symmetry in the first place. I really didn't even need it here. Whoa! Apparently there's not even water there. Okay, I was leading a misconception that whole entire time that there's water here. This seems like the perfect place. You know, have the pig head slouching off of the side of this. This is a lot more morbid than it was originally intended to be, but hey, I hate pigs, man. I still haven't even told you the reason for that. It's tantalizing. I know you totally want to know the reason why one random guy hates pigs, right? Alright, that did get rid of some of the redstone. I hope not a lot of it, because I don't exactly want to replace a million things. Alright, there we go. Okay, so the stake is going to come out right here. It is essentially just going to be a giant Taiga wood thing with a ladder on one end of it, on the back end, so you can't see it when you're looking from this way, because it is supposed to be authentic. So yeah, the stake's going to be coming out right there. I'm obviously going to take this ladder thing down, and I need to put a face on it. And that will be it. This episode has been completely centered around the stupid pig, and I wasn't expecting that, but hey, you got a frickin' pig. What more can you ask? Alright, so hardest part is done. We did the stake. We did this thing up here where it's sort of revealing the ice block coming out of its head, which the ice block is actually almost done, which I'm super surprised about. We'll be able to mine it. Maybe we'll do that as like a finale at the end of this video. Just be like, ha! That was a thing I did, you know? And actually, I want this ice block to be more protruding above its skull, and also these furnaces are ugly. So I'm actually going to take all of these away, which of course means that this ice block probably will not be finished by the end of this video, because it has a couple more blocks to go until it will finish then. About 4 more, actually, not a couple. So if I do take these away, it's not going to finish anytime soon. Oh gosh, can I make the super awesome trick shot, or I'm going to fall off again? Oh, let's see. Oh, what? How did that even happen? See, now we won't have any snow up here either, because ice cannot be snowed on. Oh my gosh, I did it again. Are you kidding me? Oh, it's such a beauty from over here to see that. Just brings joy to my heart. So, anyway, we are putting the final touch on this now. Now, I do know, obviously, the pigs do have ears in this game, but there aren't really any block types that are subtle enough to sort of do that properly, so I'm only going to be adding a face on this. The rest of it's just going to be solid pink, you know, aside from the part that's blood red. So this part over here, man, this has got to a level where I didn't even think it was going to get to, but you know what? I think I like that level. So right here, we're just going to make a bit of scaffolding so that we can actually get to the face. The minecart sounds are going to be a bit annoying. We're almost there. There we are. Okay, so what's going to happen now is every single one of these 2x2 unit of this fluff, this pink wool, is counted as 1 pixel in my head because this is twice the size of a normal pig head. So it just goes as obvious. So this... Alright. I have no idea how I did this the first time. I'm assuming, yeah, I think there are 2 pixels, so that's 2 pixels, and there's 1 pixel below, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, okay, wait, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oh yeah, okay, I think that's how long it's supposed to be, and that's 3 pixels tall, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I feel like I'm building a nether portal or something. There we go. So there's the first layer of it. I'm obviously going to need more pink wool than I thought I was going to even for this, which is bad, because I don't like getting pink wool, but I guess I'm going to have to. I don't think I'll need any more, as long as I play my cards right here. As long as I do play those cards right that I don't have, I should have enough wool for this. But I don't think I will. Alright. Okay. So I think I will. I think I'm gonna make it. But what I need to do now is I believe the eyes go right here. Yes? More black wool. More diorite. Alright. 16 more pink wool. I think we can do this. Can we do it? Can we do it? Yes. No, I think I like it better. Traditional Minecraft style. Except that's still not traditional Minecraft style because the pixel's in the middle of another one. But whatever. Now, this beauty of a masterpiece of an awesome thing should be done. Well, at least at this point in time. So I'm gonna, of course, get rid of all this ugly stuff all over the place. I hope I can get to there. Alright, let's see this. Let's see how this turned out. Ugh, mouse, stop getting stuck. I hate it when you do that. Oh my gosh. That is the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Alright, so as a final sort of thingy to have to do with this, let me actually turn my blocks down, because this is going to be really annoying. We are going to mine up this whole entire ice cube that we've got going here to claim our prize, get our actual work, or our reward, out of the work that we've done. So, as I'm doing this, I'm going to finally let you in on why I hate pigs so much. Alright, so, if you've watched my 1,000 subscriber video, you'll already know this, or at least part of it. I'm not sure how much of it I completely told, but I hate pigs a lot, and the main reason for that is actually stemming from a long time ago, like way longer than you would actually think. But the main reason for it is because I had a very early world, actually a couple of very early worlds, that were ended entirely by pigs. There was a duplication bug back then where pigs would spawn uncontrollably, and since I didn't have a very good computer and I had no knowledge of MC Edit or anything, I couldn't really do anything about it if they just randomly, a crap ton of them just spawned, and they were just there, and it sucked. And it actually ended up that my most successful world I had in 1.8 beta, the first world I ever got diamonds in with my best house in 1.8 and all that stuff, got deleted solely because the pigs just crowded it up, and I killed myself with TNT to try to get rid of them, but it still lagged. I was going like 2 frames per second, and I couldn't stand it, so I deleted the world. And another bonus thing is, before that, in like my 3rd world ever in this game, that was very short-lived because of this, a pig, I had death by pig. I had death by pig. How? A pig freaking pushed me into a ravine when I was trying to kill it. I didn't run into the ravine. The pig literally pushed me into the ravine and killed me, because back then, mobs could actually push you a fair amount. So that was annoying. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little rant about pigs. You probably didn't, but whatever. I just said it anyway. That's why it's called a rant. So yeah, that's why I have this, pig that is stuck on a stem up here. A stake, because I don't ever want to see any of them do that ever again. It's a point of intimidation, you know? I don't want them to ever do that to me ever again. That's a lot of ice, man. That ice cube wasn't even finished. That ice cube wasn't even close to finished, and we got, like, exactly 7.5 stacks out of that. So that was really great, actually. I didn't expect this whole episode to just be building a rotting, dead pig head, but I suppose it was. So, I hope that you like rotting, dead pig heads. Wow, piece of cobblestone. Are you kidding me? I didn't even notice that. I'll get it, though, because I'm a nice guy like that. I like to take cobblestone off of dead pig heads. Where did that ender pearl even go? Oh, nowhere. Oh, crap. Why don't they ever even hurt you? It seems like they're supposed to be a nuisance, but they're not really at all. Alright. The weirdest episode that's been produced in my channel so far. Like, literally, this is the weirdest thing ever. But in the next episode, we'll actually use the ice that we've gotten from this pig head generator to make the new and improved ice room that isn't just going to be a copy of the water room. So bye!